Okay, this should be interesting, so bear with me. This is Passione Corsa, and I don't speak Italian, so I hope I got that pronounced right. This is a game nobody's ever heard of, and it's been around for 2 years. Remember all those things I wish developers would put in a game? Car damage, pit stops, full-length races, variable weather conditions? Yeah, this game has all of that. They even have fully animated pit crews, for crying out loud. And although they don't have replays, you can watch the AI cars race around the track just by turning up all of the driver aids to maximum, allowing the car to drive itself. There's a small yet very good variety of cars in the game. A Porsche 911, a Ferrari 458 Italia, the Lola B0552, some futuristic roadster, a BMW M4, a Formula One car, an open-wheel car of the future, and an LMP racer. With all of this said, the game is not without its flaws, and while I discuss this, have a look at the options available for this game. The suspensions of the cars are a bit bouncy. They wobble all over the place when you're driving around, and you'll see that in the video. If they were subdued a bit, it would be a bit more believable. The car damage appears to do very little to the performance of the cars. That is, unless you lose a tire, in which case it's very undrivable. And although I do like that the pit crew is there when you pull into the pits for the tire changes, they also repair all of your damage. A little far-fetched, but beggars can't be choosers. The biggest glitch in the game is seen when you leave your video settings set to maximum when exiting the game, and you run the risk of getting a blurred screen the next time you play the game. It's easy to fix if you have memorized the buttons to get there, and once set, you need to restart the game to fix the issue. I find the amount of camera views to be quite nice, and when you are in the cockpit viewing the driver, you can see the driver's arms and legs doing a lot of work behind the wheel. It's entertaining if nothing else. Now then, let's take you on a virtual tour of a 6-lap race at Woodlea with the BMW 4 cars. As you can see, the race conditions for this event are set to foggy. Interesting to note about the weather controls in this game is the inclusion of occlusion. Now there's a mouthful. What is occlusion, you might ask? Well, according to a Google search, with the source being Oxford Languages, occlusion is the process which the cold front of a rotating low-pressure system overtakes the warm front, forcing the warm air upward above a wedge of cold air. In other words, changeable weather conditions. Tell me the last mobile racing game you played where the weather changed during the race. This is PC level stuff. There are some notable track glitches in the game where the cars collide with invisible objects. It wouldn't be the first game to have issues like this. This is something I see a lot in Absoluta Racing over the years. And I love how even from the track camera view, you can see the drivers turning the steering wheel and changing the gears. Watching the cars in-game, they tend to give each other space and are prone to even making mistakes from time to time. Here you can see that even the AI cars have to pit, and not just the player's car. While games like F1 2016, for example, do this as well, you don't get to see the action in the pits like you do here. Skipping ahead, let's see what actually is happening in the pits. So it's right here where you're going to see our driver come in on lap 3. And let's switch over to a different view here. Here's a good view for us to take a look at this. So he's coming down into the pit area. He'll be entering pit lane shortly here. And then we get to see what's going on. And, you know, it's all sort of first show. Nothing too serious is really going on. You don't actually see things coming off the car. But in some of the runs I've done, if there's any damage, they do replace the damage. But here we go. Here's our pit crew. You get to choose your tires. They go to work. Looking at the car, pretty cute. And then we can watch the car pull out of the pits. Quite interesting. To see this in a mobile game, it's just nothing I've ever seen beyond or outside of a PC simulation. And I just keep saying it. These are the details that just kind of drew me into this game. And this is a mobile platform that we're seeing all this on. I'm actually quite impressed that somebody took the time to put this much detail into the game. And one thing that stood out to me in a not so great light was Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is backwards, as in mirrored, not driving the course in reverse, but you come out of the pits on the right side rather than the left side of the track, and you take a left-hand turn that then turns into a right-hand, left-hand bend instead of the reverse like it should be. It's just everything's backwards. It's like they flipped the map over. It's still Montreal. As long as you can figure that out, you're able to drive the course. And in Spa, at Eau Rouge, you can't drive through there flat out. There's this strange dip or hump that when the cars go over it, they kind of catch air and nose down. So when you're driving a Formula One car, for example, you take the nose off if you go too fast. That bump isn't really there in the real track. So the way to get around it is just let off so that you don't take that jump so hard and you're able to continue on. But the rest of the layout is pretty spectacular. The course selection is a mix of real and fictional tracks. First, we have Spa, and a fictional high-speed track, Montreal in reverse. Another fictional track, I think, Circuit de Catalunya, Autodromo do Algarve, Turkey, and this track could be real, I'm not positive. This one kind of looks like Okotuma in Grid Autosport. And another track I'm not sure is fictional or not. And then these last two, which I'm pretty sure are fictional. And please, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these. Getting back to our race, we are now on lap 5 of 6. Clearly that pit stop strategy did not work in our favor. But this is the AI after all, and we're just watching this as a spectator. Now, there's a little bit of a glitch there, but you know, it's the little things that kind of are odd, but all in all, I really think it's really not a bad game. You just have to get past all of the glaring issues that it has. And now we're coming down to the final laps of this race. Not too much longer, and we'll be done. I think this is literally it. We're coming up to the very end here. And it's funny how the crowd just erupts, and it's so loud, but again, it gives the aura of what you're looking for in the game, and that's pretty much it. That's this game in a nutshell. What's good about it is this game runs on a wide variety of iOS platforms because it's built for iOS 9. We're up at iOS 14 now, so it'll run on even like an older iPod. Granted, you might find some glitchy issues. I mean, if you turn everything down, it will run better. If you have any questions, I can even help you out because I kind of worked the game on a lot of the settings here so I could be of assistance. And just amazing to see this level of detail on a mobile game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think of this in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, and have a great day.